Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included with me, Murphy, and we are currently on cycle 785. We have been moving forward quite drastically in trying to start getting our base into a more getting it ready basically to start expanding it. We've got 35 dupes, we need to double that quite quickly. So I thought, what's the best thing to do? Well, the best thing would be to start digging stuff out and getting rid of stuff. So we have had a little play at digging out this section here in preparation to expand out. And I've just spotted a tile that I want to get rid of. Let me get rid of that one now before I forget. You're all gone. So yeah, so we've kind of started to open this up so we can actually start expanding. I was just trying a few little things here with this water. So if we look at the temperature of this water here, we're looking at, hang on, there we go, 36.9. Let's wait for it to give us a spout, if it will do or not, I don't know. But the idea was just to see whether the actual temperature drops significantly going over the granite. And to be perfectly honest, I've not been totally sold on that yet, so I'm probably going to rip this lot out shortly. It was just a little test I was doing. But basically, I've now got the space to start extending. We've got the power production facilities down here. Let me just show you what we've got going on with our gas. We've basically refunneled the gas from here, bypassing this circuit here, because at the moment we don't really need any gas here, just so that I can try and get the pressure down from this little cell here. We're still looking at 156 kilos of gas pressure, which is quite immense still. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to. The food situation, we've got what? There we go, let's have a look. No, I don't want oxygen, I want seeds. Seeds, there we go. We've got just short of 20,000 sleek wheat seeds. Now, we have had spates of where the plants are saying that they are stifled, but they don't last long. They go through a cycle and it's only short-lived, so I'm not really too worried at this moment in time over food, because I've got so many plans to work on this area up here, or even this area up here, which I've started to mark out already. Yeah, so there's a lot that we can get on with over the time. Now, so the next major project is to double the size of the base, so that we can actually get things moving forward by introducing a load of more dupes. We have need to sort out oxygen, and there's been a few things that I'm toying with the idea with. I've seen a few people saying that I've got my pumps the wrong way around. I should really have 2 pumps for every electrolyzer, because at the moment I'm looking at the pressure in here, we are not doing too bad at all. Looking at the Weezeworts and this whole system here, so if we look at this electrolyzer, it says, yeah, okay, it's saying back pressure. So probably I have got it the wrong way around. So I'm going to try and follow some of Brothgar's ideas that he's been suggested to, so that I can try and do it without wasting any power, as it were. Let's just take this lot out and I'll take that there. Drop to there as well. So my idea is essentially to start creating an area below the base that I can actually have all my oxygen production, etc., and have that float through the top of the base. Also the idea is that I can then have some sort of capturing system for the likes of the hydrogen. Oops, let's go that. And have that turning into power, but also recirculate the good oxygen and have that cool down. Right, what's going on here? There we go. Press the wrong button, you can mouse, and something else happens. Right, okay. So that's the idea, because if we look at the oxygen level of here, it's maxed out big style. So I've actually even sent some down here to cool off. So that could go in here, but that's even max pressure as well. So I'm kind of just stuck with what I've got at the moment. So let's just see what we can do from here. So first thing I need to do is reroute all my gas supply, because at the moment it's up here. So I need to, yes, I need to change that. And I need to get rid of this lot. So, right, that's going to be that. I need to get the power cable removed and a new one installed as well. Do you know what? There's so much to do. Probably best way to start is to start laying it out. Although saying that, I'm going to be having, yeah, do you know, I'm going to start laying it out because that will help me decide how I want things to actually look. So let's just make sure it's granite. So we're going to go ahead and just follow this up. Press shift. Helps immensely. There we go. Makes a big difference, that does. Right, so I've got that going all the way to the edge here because I kind of want it to the edge here. We can have just mirror these walls and these floors at the moment. Yeah. I love the way that makes that sound going. Right, so that's... Oops, let's cancel that one. Don't want that to having water on there. And I can cancel as well. So, alright, what do I need to do here? I need to basically have my gas going on the outside. So let's just get this started actually. So we are on 8. There's 8 here. There we go. Just to get some floors. One of the things I also want to try and get sorted as well at the same time is, as I have my pumps recirculating any oxygen produced, is we filter out all the nastinesses, it's like the carbon dioxide, the chlorine gas, and I think I've got some morb. Yeah, they've got a little morb down here. So I want to be able to put it into an area where a morb can look after all that. So maybe up into this sort of space, seen as this area failed as to capture the one below. Okay, so we've got the ground floors, or the main floors, built at least now. So we've now just needing to, and we've nearly got it sealed as well. It's sealed at the top, and we just need to put some sort of airlock system down here to prevent gas escaping when we start trying to get this pressurized with nice clean oxygen. We've totally encased our geyser here. I'm wondering how well that will actually do on maintaining normal temperature. I think I might use something like what Sky Storm used, which was a cooling system with water going around it, just to ensure that that doesn't start heating up anywhere that I don't want it to. So yeah, so things are looking quite good on that front. We want to install some electrolyzers to start producing oxygen, and at this moment I'm not entirely sure where I want to put those yet. Let me just zoom out again, go to the right view. We still have a lot of plenty of water here to fund those electrolyzers, and once we've got yeah, I'm not entirely sure yet, working out how big I want this room, because obviously this is going to be just a standard stairwell, and that'll be closed off eventually, because I'm going to remove this heavy wire out of here, along with any other power requirements down here as well. A quick look at the water situation. So we're currently just bringing it in. Wonder whether I need to move the toilet block down, but then saying that, they could be quite central to the bedrooms area, because that will be can maintain the top 4 levels as bedrooms. Then that will be smack bang in the centre of it, accessible on both sides. So yeah. Okay. So we've been rather busy. At the moment we are currently just laying out the decoration or the art to try and improve the decor levels within the area. We've created our dorm at the top, just trying to lay things out. I've got the gas pipes and gas all in situ. I just need to get this natural gas piped around the top here. We're actually going to be putting in as well I have put some natural gas permeable tiles in, because what's going to happen with using a different system for the actual oxygen production in this area, granted I'm going to pump some in over from this side, but I'm going to have it primarily having the electrolyzers down here, allowing the oxygen just to float up. That'll also mean that we'll get hydrogen in this area, so I want that to be able to float all the way to the very top, so that we can actually start dealing with it at the top here. I'll have to do something about the heat that will be generated up here, but I'm sure we'll be able to sort something else on that. So yeah, the dupes are extremely busy, just building all those canvases. They will be even busier once they've actually finished that, because what I'm going to do is put in all my cots so they can actually so we're gonna do we want that one? No, we're going to stick with granite silt, because what I'd really want is to have as many dupes as possible. I mean, that's going to be the worst one. So one, yeah, I'm going to have to do it that way. So that'll kind of dictate where I have the next cot over here, which will be there. And so I'm going to stick with having open areas, primarily because the let's just do this. Primarily because the airflow through it is a lot better, but also you don't have you don't have so much use of copper. So all this copper that's here, I could really do with now. So the idea is that we can actually deconstruct that as well. Make sure that we've got all the resources that we need. Oops, that's a 9 supposed to be. Oh well. And there we go. So we've got now double cots. That's brilliant. Gonna put it. Hang on, let me just. Yeah, I have to put that to 9. Right. So I want my artists now to be extremely busy getting all that done. So that's now excellent. So we can box that off. Perfect. We're also going to be putting a mechanised door there because I really don't want the dupes to be seeing anything behind here, and I want to have access to that later. That's a priority. Nope, put that to 9 as well. Perfect. So we're getting there. We're going to be sticking primarily with portraits on the other side because this is overkill. If we look, once they've done one level, you'll be able to see how much decor effect that they really have. Yeah, it'll be quite interesting. Right, so once they've done this, we'll be able to see the decor effect of just those masterpieces up there, opposed to what we're seeing in here. And that'll help us to establish whether I really need to put any mediocre statues in there. Because no one's ever got any better quaint. Yeah, I mean, these are masterpiece. These are just quaint. Right, okay, so we've got something there. So if we're looking at decor, so that cot there is in 80 decor. So 4 masterpieces, that's 100, that's 80, but then that's to do with the clothing, now up to 70. So don't think I've got anybody who's got a higher percentage requirements for decor than 80-ish. So I think that should work quite well to start with. We can always put some additional masterpieces in. And what we're up here, go to decor up here. So there you're looking 175 because it's, you know, it is cram packed. So yeah, but we can easily achieve that. So I'm not too worried. Now, I've been busy down there, so let's get that sorted. Okay. Okay, so I also now need to get the gas permeable tiles in as well. So you've only got 700. And that's it, out. So I'm wondering about deconstructing a lot of these just so I can get the tiles back, and opening this up a bit more. Which I'll probably do a bit later, but for the time being I don't mind actually just putting what's these? No, that's just temperature. Let's have a look. No, I'll come back to that afterwards. Right, so they've got plenty to do for getting this area sorted, and we can actually have a priority sweep down here. Those that are not working. Right, that'll all go. Alright, I also need to sort out this little water that's dripping down here. So we have all that toilet blocks there. I'm thinking what I need to do is have a bit of a actually, do you know what? I might just, thinking about this, I might just actually extend this down so we have additional, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, because, yeah, I think that's what I'll do, because we're going to be introducing a load of more dupes, so we need to ensure that we have got all the facilities in place. So those dupes are able to, yeah, let's do that. Perfect timing. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense. Situated. I think if I have a out, yeah, no, I'm going to do it that way. Keep it simple. Just thinking, I do not want my toilets getting backed up because the shower is prioritising everything. So how much have we got going out here? Stay on the plumbing. So what have we got? We've got, what's that? 100, yeah, it's full. Yeah, okay. Just thinking that's a lot of water going in and out. So I'm going to have I need to have a bit of a plumbing room, I think. Let's get all this lot made anyway. I'll have a quick thing. So put some ladders in here just so they can access. I think I'll have a plumbing area down below here, so we can actually close off this section of the base, much the same as what we have over here, and just basically have maybe some electrical conduits or power transformers operational in here, and all the nasty pipe work that will look not very nice for the dupes. So let's have a think about this. If I have, you know, I'm going to cancel the pipes in between. There we go. No, it's too late. Let's deconstruct the pipes there. Alright. So. Right, the reason why I've done that is because I want to have a better idea of what I can do. So if I have the plumbing come down and up, so if I put any liquid pipes here, then as in bridges, we can then hide it behind a statue of some description or pictures. So we've got space there for a picture and a statue. If we do it like that, so let's just put this lot all so all the toilets are connected, all the showers are connected. It'll kind of simplify what we have going on up here. That should make a big difference to it. And yeah, yeah, this should make a huge difference. So we've got 2 lots of polluted water coming out. Now at the moment we've got it dripping down here, and I'm thinking that we can do similar sort of effect over here, sending one down and just have separate outlets for it. I don't see any issues with that, and I'm going to pop it there for the time being because it can just drip down without any issues. I'm not really that fussed where it goes down here. Yeah, it's fine for the time being. I prioritise that. Yeah, I haven't done it, have I? And then let's get the if I do a similar sort of effect, do you know what? I'm going to do it this way because I don't know whether I don't know whether we can cope with having all that going through one area. So let's just see what that does, because once that is connected, we'll have all this lot in situ as well. Get that one prioritised as well. And get a ladder. It's there. Okay, so I'm hoping that that will actually work a treat, essentially. Because I really don't want to have plumbing going all over the place. I'd rather just keep the plumbing in one area for the toilets and the showers, and doubling the blocks up like that. There should be sufficient systems there for everybody to play around with. Oops. Look at all that, it's all done. Priority. Get rid of all that 9s. Okay, that's good. I'm glad I left that in place. Otherwise that could have been interesting. Nearly there. Right, okay, so we've got water going in, we've got water coming out. This block, so that's fine. Just need to get that sorted now. Come on, little guys. Oop, I haven't got a pipe there. That's just a bit lackadaisy of me. Let's connect those. Yep. Alright, so the dupes are getting a bit wet already. It's going to make a mess, but who cares at this moment in time? Let's just get it mopped up. Just want rid of those. And deconstructed. Actually, do not cancel that, because I don't know what else I want to do there for the time being. So that's still all going that way. Let's deconstruct that liquid pipe since we've got some way out already. Although that, yeah, we have actually got, so that should be fine. So if that works, I'll just rip all this lot out and mirror it basically. But with one. And we need to get some more food going. That's just about right. Let's get on the crates. Right, so that's all now going down. So it'll tell us when we have a toilet flushing going. I'm going to deconstruct all this liquid pipe because I really don't need this anymore. It's looking quite good, I think. Don't see any issues. And I'm even wondering whether we can actually just have two, actually. Looking at the way that water flow is happening. And possibly take out this centre one and just have the showers on one block. And the toilets on the other. That'll be more symmetrical. Okay guys, so we have been rather busy. I have played around with these this plumbing to make it a little bit more symmetrical, which works a lot better. I was hoping that the showers wouldn't back up too much, and they haven't, which is really good. And I have not had any problems whatsoever with these toilets, so that works really well. One thing that I kept forgetting was the fact that you could put these pipe bridges over the actual tiles or your flooring, etc., which makes things look a lot neater to the eye. What is kind of funny how these pipe bridges are hidden behind statues but in front of pictures, which is a bit of a pain, but hey ho, that's how it is. Now we have rerouted the natural gas, so that is now firmly working its way around the actual outside of the base, and we have hooked up all of the spurs for our oxygen to actually go into the base. So as it stands now, things are starting to get cleaned up. Now unfortunately this whole area at this moment in time is overpressurized, or where the oxygen is coming in, it's overpressurized, as you can see here. So what I really need to start doing is getting a pump up here ready to start removing the polluted oxygen and also the hydrogen, filtering that out and getting that processed in a effective manner. We also need to look at removing that heavy wire out of the centre of here. I decided to actually keep these walls in situ at this moment in time. Let me lock these because I want to have the same principle on these doors as I have on the other side, because the last thing I want is to pump a load of oxygen into the base at a high level for dupes to come into, and then basically as soon as you open the doors you lose all the oxygen. So that should make things a lot easier. Now, at this moment in time, we have got plenty of sleet wheat grains, so we can start introducing some new dupes. We have got plenty of bedrooms. We have plenty of toilets and showers. I'm actually even toying with the idea of adding another section here, just purely for the basis that I really don't. Once I've got all this many dupes, I've only introduced an additional 6 toilets and 6 showers, so there was already 12 toilets and 6 showers originally, so I probably could do with having a few more toilets in this main area, so that the dupes don't have little problems, or I get a notification that there's no toilets available, which is the last thing I want. We've also managed to get this circuit sorted out. We've rewired this liquid vent so it dripped directly over the actual vent, so now we're able to start building up our natural gas in there. We are actually pumping out of this one into here, primarily so that we can actually keep that natural gas geyser at pressurized, where it will actually continue producing natural gas. We've reconnected it over here, so have we actually got, yeah, we haven't really got much coming down here, but we do need to actually keep that coming now. So that needs to be, if it's above 2 ton. Why are you not? It's 17 kilos. That's why. So at the moment I'm just going to keep it pumping so that it keeps everything ticking over down here. We have reactivated these because they've been sat there for so long. There is a lot of natural gas in those. So what we've achieved on this short episode is certainly a great deal, because it actually has taken quite a number of hours to get this far. So we'll call it a day at this point. Next time we will start looking at getting a separate oxygen production system, so we're not actually going through all this, and getting that installed somewhere down here, which can then allow natural rotation of air by allowing it to be filter through the whole base from the bottom, so we can then have all our natural gases and horrible stuff at the bottom, while oxygen moves into the middle, and we'll have all the stuff that we want to pull out at the top. So until next time, that's Murphy out.